In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on June 6, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. New York Mets versus Atlanta Braves. The New York Mets have been the MLB's biggest spender over the past few off seasons, but unfortunately, it hasn't yet translated into dominance in 2023, a feat which will be hard to get started against the Atlanta Braves, who have been dominant atop the National League East from the moment the 2023 season began. Both of these teams feature great rotations and stellar lineups, but have performed to very different levels in 2023, and with every game meaning so much in a very tight division race, this 3-game series could be the difference come September. The Mets are 4-1 in their last 5 versus the National League East and 2-5 in their last 7 after an off day. New York is 5-13 in their last 18 road games. Meanwhile, the Braves are 37-14 in their last 51 Tuesday games and 36-15 in their last 51 versus the National League East. Atlanta is 50-23 in their last 73 after a win. Carrasco is on a nice run over his last couple of games, giving up a combined 2 earned on 11 hits and 3 walks in 12.2 innings, both wins. As for Elder, he should do well here also. Elder has a combined 4 earned on 19 hits and 5 walks in his last 19.1 innings, but doesn't have a decision in his last trio. I like a fun starter battle in this one as the Mets eke out a victory, so long as the offense gets going late. Should be a good one to watch. So the New York Mets money line is our full game side pick. The Mets are averaging 4.3 runs per game and 4.55 runs per game on the road. They averaged 4.33 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Braves. Even though Atlanta is giving up 4.79 runs per game at home, the team is giving up 3.5 runs per game in home games started by Elder, so expect them to keep the Mets under their average in this game. The Braves are averaging 5.03 runs per game and 4.76 runs per game at home. They averaged 5.33 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Mets. The Braves and Mets played under the total in 2 of their last 3 meetings. While the offensive matchup is one to watch in this series, if the pitching staff can be at their best, this one should be a pitching duel, with these 2 starters giving up a combined 4 earned runs over 26 innings in their past 2 starts each. For the Mets, the under sits at 5-1 in their past 6 overall games, and for the Braves, the under sits at 4-1 in their past 6 overall games. With so much at stake in these games, expect these hurlers to be at their very best. With New York giving up 4.73 runs per game on the road, the Braves won't score enough runs to push the score past the total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Baltimore Orioles versus Milwaukee Brewers. A pair of teams in the thick of their respective division races open up an interleague series on the diamond in Cream City. The Baltimore Orioles are on the road as they open up a 3-game series with the Milwaukee Brewers Tuesday night. Baltimore won the rubber game of their 3-game road set with the Giants 8-3 Sunday afternoon to take that series. Milwaukee finished up a 4-game set on the road in Cincinnati Monday night, looking to secure a sweep. The Brewers picked up a 5-1 victory in the 3rd game of the series Sunday afternoon. In the most recent series between the teams, Milwaukee took 2 of 3 on the road April 11th and April 13th, 2022. The Orioles are 6-2 in their last 8 games following an off day and 4-1 in their last 5 road games. The Brewers are 27-13 in their last 40 interleague games and 4-1 in their last 5 overall. The over is 3-1 in Orioles' last 5 games following an off day. The under is 4-1 in Brewers' last 6 overall. The Orioles are 0-5 in the last 5 meetings in Milwaukee and 1-7 in the last 8 meetings. The Orioles have been one of the best teams to back in series openers this season, and they started the season 11-0 in the first game of a series. They're coming off a strong showing against the Giants, and while Gibson has been hittable on the road, he's tossed well at night, and overall he's limited the long ball. Peralta has struggled during night games, and considering the O's walk and strikeout rate, it poses some concern. The Baltimore Orioles have been the more consistent team up to this point, and Kyle Gibson has simply been better than Freddie Peralta. Gibson has allowed just 4 runs in his last 19.2 innings, while Peralta has allowed 14 hits and 7 earned runs in his last 8.1 innings. Toss-up price, but I'm going to give the O's the edge because of the starting pitching matchup. So the Baltimore Orioles money line is our full game side pick. Baltimore has seen the over post a 24 to 20-3 mark on the season entering Monday's action. The Orioles are tied for 6th in the majors with an average of 4.95 runs per game. That number climbs to an average of 5.60 runs per game on the road this season. Baltimore's season average total of 9.39 runs per game this year, a number that rises up to 10.03 runs a game away from Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Milwaukee entered Monday having seen the under post an 18 to 14-1 mark in their 33 games this season, including an 8 to 6-1 mark at home. The Brewers are 25th in the majors in runs per game with 4.08, though that number bumps up to 4.29 runs per game at home. Milwaukee has an average total of 8.49 runs per contest, and that number edges up to 8.58 runs per game at home. With Baltimore's ability to put runs on the board and Peralta's struggles, look for this game to end up past the total number. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. St. Louis Cardinals versus Texas Rangers. It's the continuation of an interleague series on the diamond between a team struggling to get to the .500 mark and one that leads their respective division down in the Lone Star State. The St. Louis Cardinals are on the road as they play the middle game of a 3-game series with the Texas Rangers Tuesday night. St. Louis is 0-4 in their last 4 games overall and 1-10 in their last 11 games against the American League West, while the under is 7-1 in their last 8 road games. Texas is 8-1 in their last 9 games against a team with a losing record and 5-1 in their last 6 games against a team with a left-handed starter, while the under is 4-1 in their last 5 games against the National League Central. I don't foresee the Rangers having much trouble in this game. The Cardinals have underachieved most of the 2023 season and they've lost 4 of their last 5 games on the road. Texas, meanwhile, has the best record in the MLB against the spread at 38-19. The Rangers continue to boast what is arguably baseball's best defense, and they've won 5 in a row at home. Dane Dunning is trustworthy against this inconsistent Cardinals lineup, as he's pieced together an all-star caliber campaign, regardless of whether he has started or came out of the bullpen. Texas has the deeper roster offensively and should have the more consistent starting pitching. Matthew Liberator has a career WHIP of 1.64 for St. Louis. That simply won't get it done against an elite batting order like Texas that will be ready to feast. I just can't trust the Cardinals and their inconsistent offense. Sure, St. Louis made a game of it in the later innings on Monday, but the Cardinals once again found a way to disappoint, and the Rangers found another way to pick up a W. Dane Dunning has been solid since rejoining the Rangers rotation, and I think he keeps his run going with a win at home in this one. So the Texas Rangers money line is our full game side pick. In the Cardinals' last 9 games, the under has hit 8 times, mainly because they're only averaging 2.3 runs over that span. By contrast, the Rangers have been virtually unstoppable at the plate recently. They've scored at least 10 runs in 3 out of their last 5 games, and they're averaging 8.4 runs per game over that span. All things considered, the over seems like the best play here because both teams rank inside the top 10 for runs per game, ops, and home runs. There are potential all-stars up and down both of these lineups, and I trust the hitters more than the pitchers in this game. After a lot of thought, I've landed on the over for this game. It was a tough choice though, considering the Cardinals' offense has been sputtering for more than a week. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.